Welcome back. I'm Sarah Daniels, and today we're going to be continuing talking about the story of America. And we're going to be looking at the post-war, specifically the 1950s. Let's get started. After World War II, the United States entered a social and economic boom. The nuclear family was a term used to describe the ideal average American household. According to an article on the Concordia University of St. Paul's website, the nuclear family was the ideal all-American marriage and family unit. The article describes people marrying at an early age during the post-war nuclear family era or time period. And it specifically points out that while couples were having more children, there were actually fewer divorces during this time. In the 1950s, America was I Love Lucy, fried chicken lunches on Saturday or on Sunday after church, but it was also the time of the Cold War. According to Andrea Carosso, America emerged from World War II as the most powerful nation in the world. In post-war America, farmers were seeing higher profits from their yearly harvests, and American workers were getting paid higher wages. In this video, we're going to look at a man who navigated post-war America. That man was named Calvin Owens Sr. Now, if you saw my earlier video titled Telling the Story of Postbellum America, then you will remember the name Owens. In that video, I told you the story of William Henry Owens, and today we're going to look at his son, Calvin Owens Sr. Calvin was born April 5, 1922 in Snow Hill, Texas. He registered for the draft at the age of 20 and would serve in the U.S. Army during World War II. After the war, he worked as a lumberjack with one of his brothers, and in 1952 married his wife Lois Mary Jane. He and Lois would have 6 children together and numerous grandchildren. They were married until Lois's death in 1999. Calvin would never remarry. After marrying Lois in 1952, and after the birth of their first son, Calvin went to work for Kruger Engineering as a machinist in 1956 and would remain with Kruger Engineering until his retirement around 1980. While Calvin was never a rich man, he was good at saving his money. In the 1960s, he was able to build a house for his family. He bought the frame from Sears and Roebuck's and paid to have the frame assembled. However, he, his wife, and 5 of their 6 children would build the rest of the house themselves. To look at him and his family, you could say they were the typical all-American nuclear family. They checked all the boxes. They were a mom and a dad, several children, and the 2 were never divorced. Upon retiring, Calvin and his wife were able to buy 6 acres of land in Warren, Texas, which he bought from his father-in-law, and he and his wife moved into the house, where they would live until Lois's death in July of 1999. 6 years later, Calvin would follow her. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you an insight into an everyday average American man living in 1950s and into his family. Please check out the sources that I used for this video if you'd like to learn more. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Thank you and have a wonderful day.